In 20 seconds, it will be midnight. Get the one that's close to you because midnight is upon us. The new year will be a-borning. The wedding has happened in 10 seconds, in 9, in 8, in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Happy 1994!
The year is 1994. The Lion King has just come out and is already a classic. Madonna is swearing on TV, the Super NES is about to be overtaken by the Nintendo 64, and the fourth expansion of the new and exciting trading card game Magic the Gathering is set to release soon. Since the game's inception last year, it has already grown wildly in popularity, with many of the core gameplay mechanics and fan favorite cards already cemented into the game. On August 8th, 1994, the fourth expansion to Magic, titled simply The Dark, was released worldwide. The set featured 119 new cards and was represented by a depiction of a crescent moon, an indication of the moody tone of the set. The design team, led by Jester Meerforce, told a story of darkness and grief, anger and turmoil over these 119 cards. Accompanied by a short story bearing the same name, The Dark is brought into a world where magic has been taken too far, and the world of the game has been thrust into darkness. The sun blotted out by debris, reminiscent of the crescent moon depicted in the set symbol. The Dark features some fantastic cards, and many forgettable ones. The set saw the first printing of both Tormod's Crypt and Blood Moon, which are staples for many modern strategies, as well as Maze of Ith and Ball Lightning. All four of these cards feature very dark and brooding art, tying into the themes of pain, death, and grief within the set. And there are also plenty of cards that never see much play, such as the mediocre carnivorous plant and the endlessly underwhelming water worm. But from this set of highs and lows arose possibly the most standout card of the Dark, Sorrow's Path. Heralded widely as one of the worst cards ever printed, Sorrow's Path is a card that features a very situational and mediocre positive effect and a devastating effect on its controller. It is a land card that can't generate mana, and whenever you use the card's effect to control a bit of combat, it damages you and everything you have. Out of the nearly 24,000 unique cards that have been rated on Magic's official site, Sorrow's Path is one of only 57 cards that have a sub 1-star rating. So the question is, why are we talking about this terrible card? Well, quite simply, it's my favorite Magic card. I've been playing Magic for about 8 years, and I've always been fascinated by cards that are tremendously mediocre. Some standout examples to me are cards like Diabolic Tutor, a strictly worse version of Demonic Tutor. Shinka Gatekeeper is similar to Boros Reckoner, but hurts you instead of helping you. So when I came across Sorrow's Path, my mind was blown. I couldn't understand how a card like this could ever be printed. I made the decision that I loved the card for its stupidity and that I wanted to own one someday. Well, that day has come. I am now the proud owner of 2 copies of Sorrow's Path. 1 copy for safekeeping within this screwdown case, and 1 copy to use for play and to showcase with my phone. Sorrow's Path is on what's called the reserved list, which is a list of cards that will never be functionally reprinted in the future of Magic the Gathering. This list consists mostly of old cards, including the majority of cards from The Dark and Sorrow's Path. These reserved list cards tend to go only up in value, as the number of them available dwindles every day and they become more and more of a collector's item. So these cards are an investment. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Anyway, there are actually a few things I really love about Sorrow's Path. The card fits beautifully into the mood and flavor of The Dark, in the same way that much of the cards in The Dark are all about give and take, about the price you must pay to succeed. Sorrow's Path follows in that same philosophy. But with Sorrow's Path, it tells a story of a price that is too great, greater than the chance of success. This theme is also shown in the card's art, created by Randy Asland Faith. Randy's art showcases a path with 2 separate battles taking place. In the foreground, we see a wizard defeating a helpless soldier who looks to be in anguish, and in the background, we see a skirmish between 2 groups of soldiers as well as a dragon, with one group looking as though they are gaining ground. This art plays beautifully into the functionality of the cards, with switching 2 blockers within combat, but also with the card's second ability, Entitled Sorrow's Path, due to the sorrow of those who have lost their lives here, Randy's painting showcases that sorrow, the same sorrow you, the player, feel when you use the card's effect and kill your own creatures and damage yourself. I like this art so much, and I wanted to honor this glorious card even more, so I decided I would take my best copy of Sorrow's Path and send it to Randy at Lund Faith. I explained to him my love for the card and his art, and he generously returned it to me with his autograph and the inscription, especially for Sam. And thus ends my journey to own Sorrow's Path, one of the worst Magic cards ever made. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sam Huggins, and have yourself a very nice day.